Welcome back to YouTube channel Marine underscore here. We're gonna continue section 5.2, and this will be the last part from section 5.2. I have few worked out examples, problems. Before we start, I wanna request everyone to like and subscribe this channel, this video, so that mm, I get it helped me to get a little bit of more subscriber, and I get energy to do to create more contents. Thank you. Okay, let's now move on to our main worked out problems. In problem 1, we will use calculator to approximate the functional values. I have few problems here. Number A is cosine 74.82 degrees. So whatever type of calculator you have, make sure your calculator is in degree mode. That's because we have this angle in degrees. So use your calculator, make sure it is in degrees mode, and use it to find this value, which turns out to be 0.2619. Similarly, another problem, cosecant 2 pi over 5, or some people also likes to write it CSC, cosecant 2 pi over 5. So how to find this one? So now if you do not know how to find this value, we can always, since we know the relation between cosecant and the sine, we can use this to find the values. So it can be written as sine 2 pi over 5. And now before you use calculator, make sure now your calculator is in radians mode, since this angle is in radians. This angle here, it was in degrees. So using calculator you can find it, the reciprocal, and this whole thing turns out to be 1.0515. So these are the answers to these problems. Similarly, you can take your own examples and check. So the objective of this problem is to learn how to use calculator. You can find other YouTube videos where you may want to learn how to use TI-83 or TI-84 calculators. For example, how to put it in degree mode, how to solve any matrix. So these type of things are also useful. Okay, so refer to some other YouTube videos to get know more about these things. I have another problems now. Since we are at the end of towards this section, I have some application problems. So first of all, I have two problems in application. I want you to pause the video and go through the instructions. Welcome back. I hope you have already read the instructions, and now I'm gonna solve the problem. So this is a 28-foot slide at a water park. So let's say let's try to construct the scenario. 28-foot slide. So this is the slide, this length, this is 28 feet, and what is the vertical distance? So this is the vertical distance that we want to find. Say this to be x. If we join the horizontal, this will create a 90 degree. So that is our assumption here. What is the vertical distance from the top of the slide, to the ground, so we want to find x. So what is this x? X equals to what? So what the slide makes an angle of 60 degrees with the ground. So this is 60 degree. So how to find this distance? So it is very simple. Since we are given any reference angle, this is the opposite side, x is the opposite side, and this is the hypotenuse side opposite to 90 degrees. So the ratio is opposite side and the hypotenuse. This involves sine. So in triangle, in figure, sine 60 degree equals opposite over hypotenuse. Correct? Some people also choose to write it p over h. What is opposite? Well, let's plug the value of sine 60 degree and the respective values, other values. So sine 60 degree is always square root 3 over 2 equals, what is opposite? Opposite is x value, whereas hypotenuse is 28 feet. So after solving this, uh, you cross multiply things, and you multiply these two and divide is already there, 28 over 2. So whatever you get, we always put the whole numbers at the front. So do 28 over 2 square root 3. So this will give you 14 square root 3 feet. This is your exact answer. This is the exact answer. You can use calculator to find the approximate answer, and your approximate answer is approximately 24 feet. So this is the solution. So the distance of this vertical distance turns out to be 24 feet. I have another problem. Again, pause the video and go through the instructions. I hope you have read the instruction now. So I'm going to solve the problem. So it says an observer on the roof of this building. So let's say this is our building, and it is 40 feet. It is 40 feet. Measures the angle of depression. So the observer is here. It measures the angle of depression from a roof, a park bench. So say this is a park. This side is a park, and there is a bench here. Here is a bench. It measures to be 24 degrees. So if this was the horizontal, okay. So this is 24 degrees. And if you join the this horizontal line at the ground, this being 90 degree, so since these are parallel lines, this imaginary line and the horizontal line here on the ground, they are parallel, they make alternate angles, and this angle also turns out to be 24 degree. Or if you don't know about alternate angles, you can always assume that this is the whole thing is 90 degree, and this, since this is 24 degree, you can find this angle by subtracting it from 90 degrees, and which is so this is 90 degree minus 24, which is 6, and this is 8 to 66 degrees. So this turns out to be 66 degrees. This turns out to be 66 degrees, and then this angle can be found again by subtracting it from 90, which again turns out to be 24 degrees, if you do not have knowledge of alternate angles. Now what is the problem asking as? The problem is asking what is the distance from the base of the building to the bench measured along the ground. So this along the ground, the distance is measured along the ground, hence we find the horizontal distance. So let this distance be x equals to what? So considering this as a triangle, ABC as a triangle, so from figure this is angle, this is opposite side, we are trying to find the adjacent side. So what relation is going to be helpful? Opposite and adjacent involves tangent. So tangent of 24 degrees equals opposite over hypotenuse. So what is opposite side? Opposite side is 40 feet over hypotenuse. Oh, sorry, not hypotenuse, adjacent. I made a mistake here, so be careful while you write the solution. Adjacent is x in this case. So what is, how to solve this one? So you can always assume that there is 1 underneath, and if you cross multiply things, 40 times 1 over tangent of 24 degrees using your calculator, answer turns out to approximately to 90 feet. I'm writing it 90 feet because they have asked here to round it to nearest foot, so 90 feet. Okay, so hence this is how there will be mainly two types of problem in this course. When you when the angle working angle is along the ground, and the other is when any observer is on the roof of the tower or building or anything. One final problem: find the unknowns. Where read the study this figure and find the unknowns. So first we study the figure. This is 90 degree, this is x, y and z. So we have to find x, y and z. These are the unknowns. How to solve this one? So uh, let's label this a, b. Say this is c and say this is d. So in triangle abc, let's deal uh, since we have two triangles ABC and ACD. Let's deal triangle by triangle. So let's deal in triangle ABC. Triangle. Let's deal triangle ABC. Let's find all the unknowns in triangle ABC. So angle, opposite side, hypotenuse, right? So what is useful? Sine 30 degree equals x. First, always write formula. It will always help you. So opposite over hypotenuse. How do I know that this sign is useful? Because unknown is opposite, and given side is 100 hypotenuse. So hence opposite and hypotenuse always related with sign. So put on the values. Opposite is x, hypotenuse is 100. So what is x? X is 100 times sine 30 degree. So sine 30, you can use your calculator. In this case, since we know the value, which is 1 over 2, so no need to use calculator. So I always avoid using calculator. So 100, no units involved. So 100, just 50 units. Similarly, we can find y. So which triangle is useful in this case? Triangle ACD. In triangle ACD. So what is useful? 60 degree. Now we know x, so no need to worry about that, and we do not know y. So again, x opposite the hypotenuse. We want to find it, and we also want to find this side, but we will find it later. Uh, so y, how to find y? So first y, x is known now, so sine is again helpful. Sine 60 degree equals opposite is x, and hypotenuse is y. So which is x, we just found it to be 50, and y is unknown. So this will give me y equals 50 over sine 60 degrees, which is sine 60 degrees. Sine 60 degrees, which turns out to be 50. The value of sine 60 is square root 3 over 2, and to deal this is very easy. Over 1 times 2 over 3. So but we do not like this square root sign on the top, so we rationalize it, and this turns out to be 100 square root over 3 units, whatever the unit is. But what remains to find? uh, G, X, Y, Z. We have found X, we have found Y. Do we know Z? We do not know Z. So how to find it? There can be multiple ways of finding Z. One way could be finding this side and this side separately and adding them up. But if you look at here, this is 60 degree. Now this needs a whole lot of understanding. So this is 30 degree, this is 60 degree, the sum is 90 degree. So remaining angle in, so look at triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, this is 30 degree, this is 60 degree. So this has to be the whole angle ABAD has to be 90 degree. So angle BAD has to be 180 degree minus 30 degree minus 90 degree, right? So it has to be 90 degree. So this has to be, this is now right angle. So we showed that this angle is 90 degree. Since we showed that this angle is 90 degree, we can use Pythagorean theorem in this. So triangle Now we solve triangle ABD. ABD. um Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem. So what is Pythagorean theorem? The Pythagorean theorem is, so how do we apply Pythagorean theorem? So Pythagorean hypotenuse, G is hypotenuse. So G square equals square of remaining sides. 100 square plus y square. What is the value of y square? Y. So 100 square plus, uh, or you can write the value of, I don't think we need to put, let's first write just 100, and y is 100 square root 3 over 3 square, right? This is the value. So let's solve this. You don't need calculator. If you don't have one, you can use it, but I want to find, so 100, this square is common. If you look at carefully, 100 square is common in both, so 1 is left here, and its square is 3 over 9. So 3 on the top and 9 in the bottom, right? So this is 100 square, and this is 9 plus 3, 12. 12 over 9. 12 over 9. So but we want to find what do we want to find? We want to find G. So the G is square root of this whole thing, 100 square. I'm gonna put, this is 2 square into 3 over 9. So you can extract the square quantities one times. 100 into 2 times square root 3 and 3. So this is 200 square root 3 over 3. So this is the exact answer, whatever the unit. So maybe a bit lengthy, I don't know. You can use other techniques too. You can use other trigonometric ratio over here and other trigonometric ratio over here, and then you add them separately and then to find this value. So this is how we do this problem. So this was the last problem. Next time we're going to do section 5.3 trigonometric functions of any angle. You will be given any random angle and you can find the trigonometric functions. For now, we'll stop here. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, let me know in the comments box. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.